Hey guys, and welcome back to SvenDesigns video. Today I'm going to show you how to fix the black screen in OBS 2022. I'm going to show you a lot of solutions as much as possible. I'm going to do some simple ones and some complicated ones, so you can definitely look if yours is in there. But anyway, I'm going to start off with the first solution here. So if I'm going to the application here of OBS and I do right click, I'm going to go ahead and do priorities. Click on advanced. And while in advanced here, you click run as administrator. So you need to be sure that that one is checked. And then you have to click OK. So then you want to go ahead over to compatibility. And as you can see down here, there will be a checkbox and you'll see run this program as administrator. This is actually what you want to click. So next time if you launch OBS, it'll actually automatically run as administrator. And it's also something that potentially could fix the OBS black screen. Now, as I said in this video, I also go over to some more simple solutions. But of course, the solution in your case could also be in a small corner. As you can see, you have the eye icon here. It's checked, but if you uncheck it, as you can see right here now, it's unchecked. You can see that it's actually a black screen. It's basically a show and a hide button. So always make sure that it's on show, of course, that you can just see the eye and that it is checked. Very simple one, but definitely make sure it's checked. Now, next one is actually pretty important. If I'm going to go to my desktop here and do right click, I'm going to go to display settings. And then I'm going to go down here, and as you can see, you have graphics settings. So as you can see here in graphics settings, we have to choose an app to set preference. You want to make sure that this is on classic app. It's one very important detail, make sure it's classic app. Then what you actually want to do is go ahead and browse. So we're going to browse for, so generally be in your C disk, go to program files. For me it's actually in this one, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to OBS Studio here. Then go here, and as you can see here we have the 64-bit one, and there you go, as you can see there is the OBS 64 application. So all I have to do now is to click on it, there you go. And now what's there left to do is to actually go to options, and you'll see these three preferences here. So actually in this case make sure it's on power saving, and be sure to also click save. This one could definitely be a solution, so make sure that you actually test this out if it works for you. So when you're back here you can see there's a scene, so what you can do is you can click to another scene. It's also very important to make sure that you have the right scene selected, because if for example I add another scene here and click OK, as you can see you could be on the wrong scene where there's no sources or a source that isn't being used or checked or anything. So make sure you're on the right scene. Once again, pretty easy solution, but one that can be pretty important. Talking about the right source, also make sure that this is the right display that you have. Now I only have one display, it's my monitor, so I only have one primary monitor. So for me I just have one display anyway, but if you have multiple displays that you're using, for example with your laptop and you have a screen connected to it, or you have multiple displays, multiple screens, make sure that the right one is selected in question that you want to record, because obviously this can easily cause a black screen if you select the wrong one. So the next one is for game capture. So if you go, for example, here in sources, if you have a scene and you add a source, we're going to add, of course, a game capture here. As you can see here, it says capture any full screen application. Not really advised. If you click on it, on the mode, you can see you also have capture specific window. The important thing about doing a game capture is that, first of all, the game needs to be running, of course. So that's a pretty important one. Seems logical, but definitely make sure that the game in question that you want to record is running. And then in window, you can select the game that's running. Of course, I have no games running right now, but you have probably one running, and so you select that game in question. So for the rest you have some preferences here that don't change anything. The most important one is the mode here, capture specific window, and then selecting the game in question. So next one I'm about to show you is also pretty important. It could be a case where your screen is stretched out, so the preview zone here is stretched out, or that's completely out of screen. Go to one of the sources, I'm just going to go to my display capture here. You do right click, you go to transform, and as you can see under transform here you have reset transform, and you can also do fit to screen. So these two, fit to screen and reset transform, will actually help you to get the scene back, because the scene could have gone away or you could accidentally drag it out of the screen. These are things that could happen. And so to make sure, you can also do this transform, where you can do reset the transform or just fit to screen, to make sure that if the recording went away or is in a small corner, you can just click that and make sure that it's back, so here in the middle of the screen. Pretty similar one actually. If we go back to right click on display capture here, for example, and then I go right under transform. As you can see, there's one that's called resize output. Click on that one. And as you can see, you have this message, don't worry, all you have to do is click on yes. Multiple people have had this issue and actually fixed it doing this one. So this could definitely be potentially a solution for your black screen. But I'm actually gonna continue here. If I go back to the OBS application here, do right click and go back to priorities. Actually up here go back to compatibility, and here's another pretty recurring problem that people had with the black screen here, that you can see here in compatibility mode. You can see a box here that says run this program in compatibility mode. The thing is that this one needs to be unchecked, so that's very important. Make sure that this one is unchecked, because this one could actually really cause problems. And then you can click apply and do OK. So these are actually the most solutions I could give you. Big chance that your solution is in there, but if you still haven't fixed it, you can always ask me down in the comments below. But as I said, I gave as much solutions as possible in this video. I really hope yours is in there. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, would be really nice. Subscribe would also be really nice, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.